So we're starting off with number one being, if you're not being productive, you won't make any cash. And that is the biggest con around the laptop lifestyle, being you can only hold yourself accountable. And accountability is a very big thing, especially if you are the one holding yourself accountable, because you're very much susceptible to doing unproductive tasks which are masked as being productive. I know firsthand where I was experiencing information paralysis, where for the past 3 years I've been consuming YouTube content, right? Starting off in my early years watching the likes of Dan Lok, Grant Cardone, Chris Crone, Robert Kiyosaki, to only recently, within the last 12 to 13 months, actually watching content which I could actually go ahead and take action on immediately. And it wasn't that the content that those people were producing was not actually valuable. It was valuable. It was just that I wasn't taking action. I have nothing against those people. They're very great, successful dudes, but that's far to the point, right? So I've been consuming content, business, educational videos for the past 3 years, and I only started my agency around 6 months ago, right? July 2020, because I was doing an unproductive task, unproductive activities, thinking that it was actually like I was actually being productive, which I was not, right? And there are a ton of unproductive tasks which are masked as productive activities, which you're currently doing in your day-to-day basis, right? Such as scrolling through your emails and sending emails, replying to emails, whatever it may be, even though you're not outreaching to any leads or any potential clients, right? Maybe you're even adopting minimalism, but you don't have any business or anything productive you're actually doing to help you reach your goals. Instead, you're just regressing your goals day after day, task after task. And a great YouTube channel I suggest you watch is Andrew Kirby's YouTube channel, right? I'm subscribed to this dude. He's a very great dude, right? And he makes a ton of content around productivity and how to actually be productive, right? Such a thing as phone addiction, right? Because your phone on its own, it has more cons than it does pros. In fact, to prove that, I'll be ringing these 2 notifications, 1 and 2. And I'll be ringing those 2 notifications throughout the video. And you let me know in the comments whether or not that these notifications are actually causing any miscomfort or causing you to check your notification bars to see if you are actually getting any notifications, because that is what your phone does to you, right? Causing you artificial dopamine, and you're so infatuated with these sounds, and not only these sounds but things like likes, views, metrics, right? It's this Dan Bilzerian, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his surname right, but it's this Dan Bilzerian concept where people would rather much appear rich, appear successful, than actually strive to become that. And currently, if you are finding any value in this video, please go ahead and just hit that subscribe button, join the family, and more importantly, comment down below at the end of this video which topics, which tips you enjoyed the most, because we're moving on to number 2, being a strong requirement for self-discipline, right? So actually being able to hone in your willpower and say no to unproductive tasks and yes to productive tasks, right? Because it's basically a zero-sum action, right? It's either you are doing something productive or you aren't doing something productive. And the way to actually go around actually making doing productive tasks easy is by defining what is an unproductive task, right? Because if you aren't doing something unproductive, it must mean you're doing something productive, right? So figure out what are unproductive things that you should avoid doing, right? And then just go ahead and ensure that, okay, these are things that I won't be doing, so I know that I'll only focus on productive tasks, right? And understand that later on in the day, let's say around I'd say on average around 4 to 5, 6 p.m. is when it'll become extremely hard to do productive tasks, because you've already depleted so much willpower throughout the entire day, just avoiding your phone, avoiding any notifications that are popping off, such as this one, avoiding any need to like just hop onto Netflix, right? If you're working on home, working on your laptop, all you can do is literally open a new tab, click netflix.com and watch a new Netflix video, Netflix series, whatever it may be. And being able to actually go ahead and avoid doing that, avoid doing unproductive tasks, and avoid doing anything that causes you to regress from your goal. You can do it easily by changing your environment, which leads us to number 3, which is actually optimizing your environment. And one way you can actually go ahead and do that is by staying in one isolated environment, right? Knowing that, okay, I'll be sitting in this chair for the next 4 hours and I won't be going anywhere for the next 4 hours. If I need water, I'll have a bottle of water right here, right? If I need any food, I have 2 snacks right here that I can eat within that 4 hours, knowing that, okay, this 4 hours is work 4 hours. And the next thing you can do when it comes to actually changing your environment is ensuring that your phone is in your bedroom, right? Or it's in another room, whatever it may be. But so long as your phone is not in arm's reach and your phone can't be seen in the corner of your eyes, because, well, your eyes have a very keen peripheral vision, right? So just standing over here, if I said, look at my nose, like if you literally just take a second to look at my nose and I raise this finger, can you see my left finger? If yes, can you see my right finger? Right? Yes, you can see both fingers when I raise them up, because your eyes are keen and actually have a peripheral vision, which means whatever may move in the corner of your eyes will actually be drawn to that thing. So if your phone is in the corner of your eyes, even if it's in like on the other side of the room, as long as it's in the corner of your eyes, you constantly throughout that one work block, that 4-hour work block, you will constantly have to fight the urge to not go stand up and go pick up my phone and see if I got any new messages on WhatsApp, or see if I got any new notifications on like Instagram, YouTube, if I got any new comments, right? So to avoid actually having to fight those urges, all you have to do is take your phone and put it in another room, right? Perhaps your issue is in watching too much TV, right? Then literally just pull the cable out of your TV and go put the cable somewhere else, right? Somewhere where it'll be hard to find, right? Maybe in the attic. If your home has an attic, take the TV cable, take it to the attic. And if you really feel like watching TV and you're like downstairs on your laptop, like your mind is drawn to the path of least resistance, right? Least friction. So your mind will ask itself, do I really want to go all the way up to the attic to get the TV cable, or would I just instead kill time by fixing up my sales script, right? Or by honing in my cold email outreach, right? Maybe I want to refine my emails, make them better, test my emails, see what sort of email will work better. Then your mind will decide, I'm not going up the attic, I'd rather just do this because this is way more easier to do. All you honestly need to do is make any productive task easier to get to, and any unproductive task way more harder to get to, right? So maybe, I know for me, like my Calendly and my emails are like literally on my desktop, right? I literally have a URL on my desktop and I just click an icon. Like I might just actually go ahead and show you on the screen right now. All I do is literally just click one button on the actual desktop and it takes me straight to the website, right? Which means that it's way more easier to go ahead and do that. But when it comes to Netflix, if I want to actually go through Netflix, I'll get blocked by Rescue Time, right? And Rescue Time is a software I use that actually blocks certain websites that I actually choose to put in my my blacklist, right? And actually doing that ensures that I can only access Netflix on Saturday and Sunday. Apart from Saturday and Sunday, I can't enter Netflix any other time. The last point being individuals with a lack of respect for your time. See, when you are working a laptop lifestyle, when you are doing a work from home sort of career, individuals won't actually respect your time, because to them you're just playing around in your study room. Well, for me, in my study room, but for you, it might be in your bedroom, right? Or in your study room as well, your office, whatever you want to call it. Some individuals won't care about your time, right? Because I know for me, my parents would just go ahead and call me out of the study room to go do any chores. My friends will call me and try to set up a meet-up for us to meet up, and I have to leave the house and drive all the way to their home to actually go ahead and meet up with them. It's just a ton of people trying to distract you from the work you're doing, and let alone that, but actually not even respecting your time. Like, the only time my parents actually respect my time is when I'm having any sort of meetings, or if I'm working on any client's Facebook ads. That's the only time my time will be respected, right? Apart from those two instances, my time is rarely respected, right? And it's up to you to actually go ahead and tell those individuals that, look, between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. is my work time hour, and please don't disturb me within that set period of time, because I will be working. See, when individuals disrespect your time and cause you to actually exit your office, your study room, your bedroom, whatever it may be, when they cause you to leave whatever you're currently doing, drop whatever you're currently doing, it causes you to exit the zone. Now, it takes you around 15 to 20 minutes to enter your deep work state, right? Where you're just focused in the work, you're in the zone, everything just comes naturally, comes easily to you, and someone disturbs you. And you've been at this for like 40 minutes, you've just gotten into the zone, you've just gotten started, and someone just disturbs you, and you need to leave, go spend 10 or 20 minutes doing whatever you gotta do, come back, and it'll take you another 20, 25, 15 minutes to actually enter that same state again, only for this time phone notification going on and distracting you within 10 minutes, so you haven't even gotten into your next zone yet. And this is just a constant process of distractions causing you to exit your deep work state. And when you're deep work, like if you aren't in your deep work state, you aren't like in your highest level of productivity, which is no wonder people aren't doing anything productive, aren't actually not so much doing anything productive, but it's no wonder people aren't putting in enough productive hours, because they barely have 1 hour of productivity within their day, right? So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button that's right underneath